everyone, Andrigats here, and this is gonna be a very easy and super quick video on how to level up easily any alt on MoP Remix. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start. First of all, this is an alt guide, so that means you should already have a max level character in Remix. Take your time, run dungeons, do raids, and clear out quests. First character is gonna take the longest, but there are some things to speed it up. Two add-ons that will definitely help you with leveling is Liatrix Plus, which allows you to easily auto-pick up and turn in quests, and second one is Narcissus. It's truly a game changer for socketing and removing gems with just one click. You don't need to open up your bags or remove the gems, it basically does it for you. If you see a green point, that means you can socket and gem easily from this UI. By the time you reach 70, you'll most likely have the infinite power all the way to the max amount, which is collecting around 2200 threads. That means you'll start with a pretty powerful clock from the get-go on any alt, which is 100 XP in gain, and from that moment you can start building on it. As soon as you create an alt, you can skip the initial quest line and just go straight to obtaining the clock. The immediate next quest will open up the group finder, and this is where the fun begins. It's okay to do quests as well until the queue pops up, but you should always prioritize clearing heroic dungeons first. And I'll explain now why. Any dungeon boss that you defeat, and as we'll see down the line, any raid boss, will give an experience token. For this method to work, you need to avoid looting them, as the moment you loot them, that means you'll also receive the experience. But you don't want to do that, at least not now. You can buff up the XP that you'll gain from that token later by having a more powerful clock with a bigger XP boost. If you accidentally loot it, it's really not the end of the world, but for the majority of this to work, you'll want to skip the tokens altogether. The trick here is that even if you don't loot them, you will not lose them forever. Instead, they should be mailed back to you. You can safely save them in your mailbox until we get to the last stage of this guide. So we have two ways to avoid looting those tokens. First one, being the most obvious one, is to completely avoid looting the bosses altogether. The second way is to turn off auto-loot and just pick everything else except the tokens. Either way works just fine, but I prefer to manually loot everything besides the tokens. Because at the end of the day, you do need to pick up the XP threads. That's what's gonna boost your clock further. If you choose to avoid looting the bosses, you can still pick those threads from the mailbox, but seems like more work to me. And you know me, I'm a lazy person. But you can do whatever feels better. As soon as you hit level 25, you should unlock the raid Mokushan vaults. Search in premade to find a group and clear it in normal. Again, don't loot any of the experience tokens from the bosses, which this time around are actually purple, and you know what purple means? Well, it means bigger experience. So definitely avoid looting those, but same wise as dungeons, do loot the XP threads. This will boost up significantly your XP by 12% per boss, which is pretty huge. After you clear out Mokushan vaults, continue farming heroic dungeons until you hit 35. At this level, the Heart of Fear raid unlocks, and again it's very easy to find a group to clear it out. In the worst case that you can't find a group or no one is taking you for whatever reason, you can be the boss and just create one group and invite people. The best raid size is 10 man, and I think the best formation is 2-2-6. I'm gonna repeat myself here because I cannot stress this enough. Skip the experience tokens and loot the rest, especially the purple XP threads. At this point, you should have roughly around 200% more XP boost, which is pretty insane. But hold your horses, don't use your tokens just yet. There's still one more raid to clear out before we can use all of our tokens that started piling up on the mailbox. For the last time, farm a few more heroic dungeons until you reach the final target level, which is level 40. For whatever reason, I thought it was 45, but it's not. Obviously, a big mistake, so yeah, don't be like me. 40 is just enough to unlock the final raid we need for this guide, which is the Terrace of Endless Spring. Pretty easy raid to do, bosses are literally on a straight line, and it shouldn't really take you more than 15 minutes to clear it out. As soon as you finish the raid, you are probably around 43 or so you can finally head to the mailbox. And this is the moment we were all waiting for. opening up all those bonus XP tokens that we have gathered so far. And really, that's it. From level 40ish, you can hit 70 with using just these tokens. Overall, this took me 4.5 hours, but keep in mind that I am very slow at leveling, and it probably took more time to arrange my gems and really my talents than the leveling part itself. And again, I did the mistake when I thought that Terras unlocks at 45 instead of 40. So yeah, that's the easiest, best way to level up to 70 on all of your alts at this moment. And I'm 100% sure that the more alts you create, the faster you will become and the easier it gets. Honestly, try it and let me know how long it took you. I'm sure it's probably less than 3 hours. So yeah, that's pretty impressive and pretty fun way to level up your alts. Fingers crossed that this is not gonna get nerfed. I mean, really Blizzard, we need to have some fun. I did want to post this video a lot sooner, but I couldn't find much time to actually test it out myself. I know a lot of similar videos are out by this point covering this very topic, but I know for a fact that many people still don't know about it. And you know, even if I can help at least one of you, then that's a great thing for me. And I don't regret doing it. And yeah, that's pretty much wraps up what I wanted to say. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you all on the next one. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date. Bye!